What it do, homies? It's your boy Dave, and I'm back today. We back here with some more Divide. This time we checking out Lights Out. Let's go ahead, shut up, turn it up. And DPS did the mastering on this, as I saw in the tweet. Nice. Always nice to have that collaboration.
Hear me in the dark. I was broken like that.
Ooh, okay. Oh, he's okay. Now I don't know if this is how the rest of the track's gonna go, but based off those notes and the tone of those notes, this sounds like a synthwave track. Okay.
I saw the weight of everything I had known. Falling to the ground.
Or retro.
Was breaking down.
Hey.
You went cold. Another light out. Another wind drown. I found my way back home, but I couldn't find a way down. Another light out. I can never take away my
Okay. Some of you guys might not know this, but so it's not synthwave. It has synthwave elements. But I believe that the genre of this music is future bass, okay? Which is a subgenre of EDM. Now, a lot of you guys don't know this, but my favorite artist of all time is actually Illenium. Right, I really love future bass. I love all things bass, honestly. Drum and bass, future bass, trap and bass, bass house. I love all that type of stuff. But man, I was not expecting a future bass track on this one. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I'm sitting here and I'm listening to the work, you know, I'm listening to the mix sounds good and everything. I'm listening to the mastering that DPS has done and everything, because right now, because you want to achieve, you know, it's my understanding that when it comes to mastering, you want to try to achieve the maximum loudness, right, without sacrificing too much of the dynamics, right? So you need to make sure everything still comes out as it was intended in the mix, but achieve, you know, a good amount of loudness. That's a very basic, rudimentary understanding of what mastering sounds like. And since we've been doing reactions to Divide, you know, on this channel quite a bit, I think he's been either mastering himself or he's been outsourcing the mastering. I got a good sense on what it sounds like, you know, for something to be mastered pretty well, right? You know, that's not like over the big labels. I'm talking about independent artists and everything, and it sounds very crisp. But man, come on now, love this.
Never been the same. I found nothing I would say too loud. Keep it underneath, no sound. No, nobody knew you, but how could they care?
Switch the drums up.
So cloudy, still nobody's there. I felt so numb, and I couldn't run. Another light.
Wait a minute. It's like future bass with rock elements, right? Because those are rock drums. Okay.
Another wind drown.
Camera, that's pretty fire. Build up, baby. You come with some nasty bass. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh yeah, 100% playlist already. Honestly, when has there ever been a time when I listen to a Divide song and it doesn't go into the playlist? So interesting. One of the things about future bass is obviously you want the climax of the song, right, to kind of stand out, right? I feel like if you are listening to future bass, for the most part, what you're going to hear is there's going to be some, the power is going to be, especially in the chords. You might have the lyrics and everything, the lead melody, but in the chords, and of course, you do your side chain in there to kind of let that rhythm really come through and hit. But the chord part, right, and then the chopped vocals, right, we had all of that in there, and then we have the Divide's buttery voice kind of come in there, and then, but you sometimes in future bass, I kind of hear, when they do like their little drum fills, that sometimes they're toms, like tom drums that you hear, doo, 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 you know what I'm saying? So. And that's kind of fitting, right? Because at the beginning of this, I was starting to think, synthwave based off the art that was playing. Dun, 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 dun. But as the song evolved, it did a pretty good job. And another thing, before I let this video go, for those of you that haven't skipped past, is, whenever I see like tutorials of people who do make future bass sounding stuff, for the most part, they pretty much just put all their focus in on the drop, right? Because the drop's important. That's 100% what people's going to keep people going back. But there's what leads to it, like the intro, right? Or the verse part or the pre-chorus, right? You got to kind of somehow make that stuff fit in, right? It still has to carry somewhat of the same energy. It can't be too wild. I mean, there's really no rules in music, you know what I mean? But typically speaking, you know what I mean? The exception to this would be, from what I've seen, is like something of the more dubstep type stuff, like Tear Out or something like that. Something that's real heavy stuff where they'll start off with like a cinematic interest and then the drop will be something completely different. But coherently, compositionally, this was well done. Mastering was done, mixing was excellent, singing is beautiful. That's the end of this video. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and subscribe. Dave's out.